you can only see from your own two eyes. But when you listen to someone who has a different vision to you, whether that be through life experience or religious perspective, it just allows you to see something else. It's almost the closest thing you can get to being inside somebody else's mind. So it's important to be around people who are different to you, who have different ideologies and come from different backgrounds. Because even though me and you are both from our side, we have completely different ethnic backgrounds and religious backgrounds, and those two people though can come together and create what is probably an art form or a conversation piece.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is what we have today. One of your most beautiful songs, in my opinion, is No Forsaking. It's very deep. It's very inspiring. And can I also just say, I don't know who shot the video, but shout out to him.
Shout out to Jay Bannister on the visual, man. What a top guy.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
Tell us about it though.
So, No Forsaking is a song piece I actually created, not for myself, but for the people, mainly of my side. And, you know, as far as it can reach, the further the better. That being said, the song is a song of hope, and a song of hopefully, you know, something that can put people's minds at ease, just knowing that. I'll recite some of the lyrics for you. You say you want to find your way, then find your way. Life is only ever what you make it. Again, I've started from a place I never thought I'd be sat here creating these songs on a podcast with Lazo. If he would have asked me at 15 what I thought I would have been doing, I would have told you, shotting with the man them. And that would have been honest.
So actually, like, I want to go into that. When did that start being your golden? Because it's very easy when you grow up in an area to fall into the same cycle as everybody else.
It's a broken mentality.
But when did you realise that?
I think, first of all, I'll say that was never my aspiration. That was never my dream to become that. I just assumed that that's what was set up for me. That was meant for me, and I didn't see a way. And I think that's the thing about the song No Forsaking. In order to find your way and get that dream, you have to envision what your dream is. You have to have an understanding of who you want to become. Otherwise, you will only ever be what you're told you're going to be, what your area and your environment will allow you to be. Just like your peers, you know, if you're chilling with 10 men who are all doing the same thing, most likely you're going to be the 11th guy doing the same thing. So I think vision was really important, and I was lucky enough.
Would you have an awakening moment? Like, what was it? Like, because I get what you're saying, but was there a moment where you felt like me, myself, and I don't have to fall into this cycle that everyone in my area does? Was it a piece of education? Was it a different goal?
You know, I will be dead open and transparent, and lucky for me, I found a person who really helped me to ignite my soul. And I will never forget this human being. She's still a part of my life. She's like a big sister, a mentor. She's also an educator. And that was Sarah Johnson. What an amazing woman. She was actually my maths teacher, and I gave her a lot of crap. And I'm lucky that she actually helped me dig inside myself and find the potential that I had, that she obviously seen that I wasn't aware of myself.
What was her background the same as yours, or was it just a vision that you didn't have for yourself that she had?
No, I don't think so. I think she came, well, she's from Birmingham. Shout out Sarah as well. You know, she's from Birmingham. She came from, I'd say she would call it a privileged upbringing. And yeah, I think when she met me, I was 13 or 14, and I was in emotional turmoil. I hated the world. I wasn't in a good place, and I would lash out. I was very angry. very, very angry and disturbed as well by a lot of the things I had seen growing up.
Yeah, what were you angry about? Can you be a bit more direct?
Definitely. So, I have a young parent, so I never had an advantage on life, as my mum was so young when she had me. I'd also say I was quite angry about my sexuality and kind of feeling like, well, something's wrong with me here. I was just mad at the world and the way I felt. I felt like I had so much to give, and I think as a teenager, that was when I was understanding that the world can actually be quite unfair. And, it's not based on what anyone has in their heart, but more about what people may have in their wallet.
Money plays a big part in this world that we live in. Money, power.
And we was poor, so yeah.
No. Listen, I get that completely. It's very relatable. When the truth is, when you're young, it's not even the right time to be exposed and to understand those problems. But when you come from a background where it's in your face and the disadvantages are in your face, where you can see how that hindrance is affecting your future, you will get angry because no one sees themselves as any less than anybody else. You almost think to yourself, well, why does this person have more than I have? And the answer is, the solid answer is, listen, that has nothing to do with you. You don't get to use that excuse in life.
This is what I was taught by Sarah. And that was, you can either sit down and make this an issue for the rest of your life. You can continue being that hurt young girl and carry that through your adulthood. Or you can now decide to heal and you can actually create the life that you want, starting with the minor resources what you do have.
It shows you how important education is, and it actually goes beyond to show you that education is more than the curriculum. What that says to me is one thing. Firstly, that influence can never be, you can't put a price on it.
No.
Where you might end up in life is partly going to be to do with the patience that she showed you, which goes beyond maths. It's one thing to help students with fractions, and it's another thing to help them be happy at a time when they don't feel like they have much happiness. Teachers are very underpaid, very underprivileged as well in that sense, and they take a lot of crap from us sometimes as well.
Yeah, and I mean, what I would say from someone who has worked in the education system for the last 3 years is definitely there's not a handful of Sarahs in any one school. Quite lucky to find a teacher who cares beyond the curriculum and actually cares about the child's life and just has a really big heart and a soul that has come to serve others to help them find their purpose. So I like to think that, I like to hope I'm someone Sarah. That would make me really happy.
I remember actually we were walking through the park and you saw one of your previous students and you just gave him a big smile and gave him words of encouragement, and you don't know how some positivity can light up someone else's day because God only knows what someone is going through. Thank you for watching that clip. If you enjoyed it, here's the full podcast right here on my right, maybe your left, I'm not sure how YouTube works. Or here is another clip right here. Take care everybody, see you on the next one.